There were some times I cried. There was some time I was embarrassed. I didn't want to come among friends because sometimes some pastors were looking at me. One guy asked me, "Man of God, why is it that every time from one level, problem and calamity just keep following you?" And I didn't have anything to say to him. And one day I went to pray. The Lord said, "Go and tell him both of us assignment are not the same." So I went to him and said, "Sir, you asked me a question last night. I could not answer. Now I have an answer." I said, "God said I should tell you both of us our assignment are not the same." And he said, "Sir, I'm sorry. I think I was wrong to ask you." But his question embarrassed me. But I didn't say anything because I know when God is about to lift you, there are some things around that may not look good, but he's working everything out for our good. David said, "I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth." Even when I go to bed, knowing that nothing there to eat in the next morning, I will still bless the Lord. Even when things look bleak, it look blank, gloomy, I will still bless the Lord because his praises will not leave my mouth. The songwriter said, "I will not be silenced, for I will always worship you." The enemy wants you to be silent because out of your praise God can birth a miracle. The enemy wants you to be quiet because out of your praise things can change. The enemy wants you to be quiet because your praise is a stander, it's a blow and a slap in the face of the enemy to let him know that God is still able. Not everything around you that looks painful should hurt you. Pain is the other side of the coin. Pain is the other form of blessing. One day, and I asked the Lord, I can ask God for BB things from us so I can get in problem. So I'm asking God, I don't want to be just another pastor. No. So the anointing of an anointing that will affect my generation. I'm saying standing right here because I've been playing for this opportunity. I will never have no way to abuse it. I said, "God, do it for me." You know what he said to me? He said, "It is free, but it's not cheap." He said, "Every greatness comes with a price." Then he took me to Philippians chapter 2. So I read from 7 coming downward. We all like that place. How God anointed Jesus Christ. How God had given Jesus Christ, right? A name that is what? Above every. That the mention of it. And you see, you can quote it far. Before he reached that level, there were pain. Before he reached that level, there were whip, rejection. Do you know that Jesus' own brothers rejected him? Out of those things, at the climax of the pain, now there is a testimony how God. So he told me, he said, "This is the price. If you want it, you can take it." I said, "God, I want it." He said, "Let's get started." There are times I pray 8 hours, 12 hours. I'm not making fun. I say 12 hours whole day. I stay on the spot, don't go nowhere. Pray for 12 hours straight. I say singing, just praying, speaking in tongues. 12 hours. My personal routine now is 8 hours. Every day I must clock 8 hours before I rest. Every day. From Monday to Monday. Every day. My wife is there. I read 5 chapters of the Bible every day. You cannot want great things and you're lazy. And then God is showing you the way to get it and then you're complaining. Some of you will be the millionaire in your family. But God is teaching you how to be hungry in order when he bless you so that you cannot use that blessing against people. But you give him praise that you say, "I am what I am by the grace of God." If you just get it cheap, you will use it to criticize people. Some of you young men, when you get it cheap, you start loving to put women around here. So he takes you to the process and you know what it takes to be hungry. So when it comes in your hand, you will not abuse people. You will bless them. That was the contrast and the difference between David and Saul. David understood where he came from. So when God blessed him, he could not use it against people. He blessed the people. But Saul got it cheap, so he wasted it. Praise. I will not be silent. I will always worship. As long as I am breathing, I will always worship. Now, there was a time that song, and the song that Marvel said it song, "I'm going to wait on you." They were my 2 songs. I said, "God, Anyhow the enemy does, I will not be silent. You have the reason. I did not come to Nima to smoke opinion. I never came to open nightclub. I came to praise you. If I know you never frustrated David, you never allowed David to be disgraced, you would not do it to me. And I was singing those songs and I'm crying. And my mom would be at the window. My mom would come, get out, get out. I said, Mommy, no. This has to do with destiny. Thank you for warning me. It has to do with destiny. Sometimes I wake up in my yard and I'm passing around my house. This house is blessed. Emmanuel, you are blessed. The nations will hear you. You cannot remain in Gompa. The world will see you. I'm talking to myself. I bless the Lord because I'm great. Look at greatness on me. It looks good on me. I'm blessed. And I will say that over and over and again. I'm praising God in advance. I told my wife, I said, don't get ready. Don't worry, baby.